vibrates. It vibrates every cell in the body, releases endorphins, makes you feel tremendously good. Also, something called an inversion table. An inversion table is something that you get for your home. You can stand on it, and you slowly start shifting. You're lying down in this device, and you begin to hang upside down. Now, you don't even have to go all the way and hang completely upside down, but you're getting inverted so that your head is below your feet, and you're inverting yourself. This process makes you feel tremendously better. So that's pretty much with the physical body. Now let me give you some things that you can easily do and what I'm going to recommend. Every day when you leave this workshop, you should be reading books. I mentioned that leaders are always readers. I'm going to give you, before you go, a suggested book list. We also have, as part of the Global Information Network that we're launching, a monthly book that we will send you. Reading every day, even one page a day, gets you to focus on positive thoughts and focus on you can create, and gets you to focus on I can change my situation. It gets you to focus on I can create anything I want in my life. So reading books is absolutely vital. Listening to CDs also gets you to focus and think the right thoughts and start building up that positive energy so you get to unconscious competence. Again, as part of the Global Information Network, we're going to be launching very soon a monthly program where every month we will be sending you 4 CDs and a book. And I would highly suggest and recommend that you all join the Global Information Network so that you can be plugged in and get the information from myself and my colleagues directly. So you can be hearing this information and have access to it every month, updates on world events and what's happening, but primarily teaching you this knowledge and information in depth, and more in depth. It'll be one of the most powerful tools you can have to be part of the Global Information Network. And as part of the Global Information Network, you'll also have access to upcoming events that we have, so you can come and listen to people, either myself or others, share this information, answer your questions, and meet other like-minded people who are part of the Global Information Network. You know, when you come to an event like this, one of the advantages is that your mind starts attracting other like minds. It's the law of attraction. But a unique thing happens when you're physically in a room with other people. When minds are connected in a room physically, you actually create one mind. Napoleon Hill called it the mastermind. And this is a technique that the wealthy have used throughout history because they know that themselves have incredible power, but there is a synergistic effect. When they start attaching themselves on a regular basis, physically in the same presence with other people, and start sitting down with them, they create another mind, which is much more powerful than each one independently. So you're all going to be energized when you leave here, more so than those people just listening to the CDs, because you're physically here in the room. So coming to an event is much more powerful than let's say, doing sitting home watching an event on the internet. That's very, very good, but it's much, much better to physically be in the room. So I would suggest you join the Global Information Network, because you're going to be part of the inner circle and part of this unique group. It's almost like a secret society that's now going to be available to all people and not just the elite class. Going to seminars, as I mentioned, is a really important thing to do on a regular basis. And as part of the Global Information Network, we're going to recommend seminars and lectures that you can go to all around the world, where you can, again, meet like-minded people, get more information, and keep you focused on this concept. Another way to feel good if you're feeling down is music. Listening to your favorite music. If you're ever feeling blue or feeling bad, playing your favorite song can change the way you feel dramatically. Singing can change the way you feel dramatically. Use the power of music. So one of the things that, I do and other folks do is we have access to these tools so that when something occurs that we didn't expect, we immediately know that, I didn't expect this. This doesn't seem like it's a good thing. But because we've been trained so well, first reaction sometimes can make you feel bad. But we are so trained that we can turn that around. I get an email and says, bad news in court. Such and such just happened. And I look at that and I go, well, that certainly appears to be bad news. But I put an instant smile on my face and I go, I have no idea how, but I know this is going to work out to my ultimate advantage. Something outstandingly good is going to come from this, and I don't know how. So I feel instantly good. But years ago, when something like that would happen, I would feel instantly bad because that was the neurotransmitters that were going through the neural pathways. That was the habit that you instantly feel bad and you start focusing on, oh my God, fear comes in. This is not good. What's going to happen? Because you're focusing on your own radar screen. And so in order to feel better, you go for a walk or you listen to your favorite song, you start singing and you start changing the way you feel right away. Because the most important thing is every day is that you feel good right now, no matter what the situation. Hugs. Want to feel better? Hug somebody. Most people today don't get enough tactile contact with other human beings. Shaking hands is good, but hugging someone is really valuable, and that can make you feel tremendous. Laughing, one of the most powerful things. When people get, in our circles, when people get disastrous news, they don't focus on the disastrous news. They know if they can change their vibration, they can change that situation. And the way you change your vibration is you feel good. When you're feeling good, you're vibrating good, and something good will happen. You will attract it. So sometimes you can read funny books or watch funny movies or TV shows or go to a situation and start laughing. The more you laugh, the better you feel. If you laugh throughout the day, it's one of the most healthiest processes you can do. Laughter is the best medicine. There was a great book written by Norman Cousins called The Anatomy of an Illness. Guy was diagnosed with cancer. He decided he was going to, they all told him he was going to die. He went and he started laughing because he said, before I die, I'm just going to laugh my way into the grave. Well, 6 weeks later, when he was supposed to be dead, he went back and they said his cancer was in complete remission. The laughter itself is healing to the body. Creates an alkaline state where disease can't exist in the body, and laughter is really powerful. Smiling. Okay, if you can't laugh, at least smile. Try to smile all day long. Focus on smiling all day long. Most people walk around with a scowl on their face, which is evidence of what they're vibrating, what they're transmitting. Fear, pessimism, uncertainty. So when you smile, you change that vibration. Just the act of smiling can change the vibration. Get a massage. Believe me, you will feel tremendously good. Take a sauna, hot sauna or wet steam. Get a pet if you don't have a pet, or play with your pet. They will make you feel much, much better. Paint, if you like to paint. Do some type of arts and crafts. Do something physically with your hands. Create something with your hands, like painting or pottery or arts and crafts. Dance. And you don't have to go to a ball. You can be home and just start dancing. Believe me, you turn on some music and you start dancing by yourself right in the midst of a catastrophe in your life, you will start feeling better, you will start laughing, and believe me, as if by magic, your situations will begin to change. Cook. When you cook, you're creating something with your hands. And for some people, that can be really a healing thing. Music. I mentioned about listening to music. You can also play music. If you play a musical instrument, that can be very healing. Play in a garden or plant a garden. When you start planting living things yourself with your hands in the soil, something magical happens to you. Very powerful. And the last couple I want to talk about are something that you absolutely categorically must do. There is a technique developed by Dr. Roger Callahan called thought field therapy. And one of his apprentices is by the name Gary, G-A-R-Y, Craig, C-R-A-I-G. You can do a Google search on Dr. Roger Callahan or Gary Craig. They have websites. And the technique that they have developed is one of the most powerful and fastest techniques of changing the way you feel. And I'll explain how it works, but you have to have this, especially in the beginning, because you are going to feel bad at some point. And you need to have something to turn that around very quickly. When you're feeling bad, the reason you're feeling bad is because you're focusing on something you don't want. So you're transmitting energy, a vibration. That vibration that you're transmitting is a vibration which is different and opposes to the things you do want. Everything you want is in your own DNA. So you're vibrating everything you want. But if you're transmitting an opposing vibration, they don't mix. That then blocks energy in the body and you feel horrible. That's really the mechanics of how it works. So theoretically, all you have to do is think about something you want that you believe you'll get. Because if you think about in the worst state, when you're feeling the absolute worst, if you start thinking about something you want, what will instantly happen because you're feeling so bad? When you think about something you want, you'll have the counter intention, which is, I'm not going to get that, which will make you feel bad again. Because of law of attraction, you keep being attracted to the negative part. So yes, you should be thinking about something. You can easily change the way you feel by consciously shifting and focusing on something that you want, something good, something that will make you feel happy, something you believe you can get. And keep focusing on that, and then the negative will just over time begin to diminish and go away. But because the negative can be so powerful in terms of its attractive pull, it is for a lot of people very difficult. You just got served with divorce papers and you're devastated and you're heartbroken. So it's very difficult to focus on, well, my life will be better and everything will be fine, because your thoughts for so long were with this person and you're going to keep drawing back there. So it's going to be sometimes difficult for you to change the focus, change your point of focus so you can focus on something good that you believe in to make you feel better. So you can use the techniques I mentioned. You can go for a walk, you can listen to some music, you can sing, you can laugh, and absolutely those are very powerful techniques, and you should employ them on a regular basis regardless of how you're feeling. You do the things on this list that I'm giving you, and it's going to keep you in that good feeling state. But when you do have that horrible feeling, you don't want to wallow in it for hours or days or weeks. You want to eliminate it, because that will allow you to focus on the things you want powerfully with the anticipation and create good things very quickly and change your situation very quickly. So the Callahan technique is simply when you're feeling bad, which again means you are now vibrating something, you're thinking about something you don't want, which means you're sending out a vibration which is opposite to the vibration that is part of you, which is who you really are. So you're in opposition and you feel horrible because energy is blocked through the body. What the Callahan technique will do is you simply tap on a series of acupressure meridian points in the body. And it takes less than 5 minutes to do this. There are various sequences.
All right, guys, we're going to get started in 2 minutes. Go in those group chats. Let everybody know that Mornings with Nano is live and that we're going to be starting in exactly 2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes. So spread that word. Spread that word. We are listening to Your Wish is Your Command, part 8 right now. We are listening to part 8. We are 37 minutes in.
You can do it anywhere, and it'll break up the blockages in the physical body and make that vibration virtually dissipate or leave you. So in a matter of minutes, we've had people who are completely depressed start laughing and feeling better than ever, and they can't get that depressed feeling back because it's physically gone. It takes that negative blob of energy and virtually dissipates it and breaks it up. So you need to have this tool in your pocket to use on a going forward basis. You can get all that information at the Dr. Roger Callahan website or Gary Craig's website. Next is a process called dream building. This is where you're building up your dreams, goals, and desires, making them more real and very solid. Now, this technique is done multiple ways. First, dream building is by looking at things that you could potentially want, which means expanding your mind to possibility. Now, it's easy to look at physical things. So you can get a book, a magazine, such as the Robb Report, R-O-B-B, Robb Report, or DuPont Registry, which has fine homes and cars. You can look at magazines which have luxury items in there, from clothes and jewelry, watches, different things. And by looking at opulent things over and over again, you start expanding the possibility because you start seeing that people are actually getting this stuff. This is real. So looking at magazines or brochures of opulent things, things that you could want. Maybe it's pictures of happy families. Maybe it's pictures of colleges. Maybe it's pictures of people who are physically fit, if that's a goal you want. Or people that, look young and healthy and vibrant. People that are laughing. People that are in great social settings. People that are doing things you want to do. Luxury cars, homes, jewelry, clothes, exotic locations around the world, the places you may want to visit someday. Looking and looking and looking. Now, interestingly enough, when you do this, you're going to notice your feelings, because sometimes when you do this, you actually get depressed because you start believing, I can't have that, I can't have that, I can't have that. Well, when that occurs, then stop the process. But you've already put into your mind these images and pictures, and it will slowly start to turn around. So on a regular basis, every day, you should be doing some type of dream building, such as looking at magazines or brochures. You could also be watching Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous, the Travel Channel, and different things so you can start experiencing. They have luxury yachts, homes around the world, luxury homes, the 10 top beaches to travel to. So you can watch some of these videos, and that is a process of dream building where you start expanding the possibilities. Another process of dream building.
Good sauce right there. Hope you guys are paying attention. All right, here we go. Bless, bless, bless. Grand Rising. Hope everybody is having a blessed morning today. Happy Friday and big smiles. Yes, yes, yes. I missed you guys so much yesterday. It kind of felt weird not doing mornings with Nano yesterday. So it was kind of weird being on the plane. I landed around the time that I usually finish. So it kind of felt weird, but I'm glad that everybody still got some work in. I'm glad that everybody still tapped in and did what they were supposed to do. Let me switch this over a little bit. Maybe we don't have that glare in the back. Yeah, this is better right here. So that way we don't have that glare in the back. Awesome. So I'm blessed. I'm grateful to be on this call. I'm really looking forward to this call. Always a good call, fam, whenever we get a chance to hop on and just talk about, success and how to elevate. And today, we're going to talk about a topic that a lot of us are not too familiar with, honestly. It's a topic that I want you guys to become extremely familiar with. And it's something that we all need to be applying, especially at night during our night routines, which is very, very key. So this is exciting. Right now, I'm in Miami. I'm here for my brother and my sister, Janelle's and Matt's baby shower, which is tomorrow. I always stay at their house. They're like family to me. I go on vacations with them. They're literally my family. So I'm just so excited to be here with each and every single one of you guys. And I'll be staying in Miami for some time, probably like a week before I fly out to my next location. So I'm just extremely excited, fam. But before we get the call started, let's go into some gratitude. let me put the gratitude on as well for the IG live, and then we're gonna get right into it. So what is one thing that you guys are grateful for this morning? Type it in the chat box. What is one thing that you are grateful for this morning? I am grateful for God. I am grateful for his grace. I'm grateful for my health. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for my mom, my dad, my little brother, my goddaughter, Dariana. I'm extremely grateful for my team and the leaders within my organization, Leadership Dynasty. You know who you are, right? I'm grateful for Katie and everything that she does for me on a day-to-day basis. Incredible person. I'm extremely grateful for the whole IG family. I'm grateful for the mentors in my life. I'm grateful for the opportunity to grow daily. I'm grateful for the book, This Feeling is the Secret. I'm grateful for the money in my account. I'm grateful for the blessings in my life. I'm grateful for the alignment that I have on a day-to-day basis in my life. I'm grateful for the systems in my body that keep me running. I'm grateful for this Wi-Fi connection that allows me to run this call worldwide. I'm grateful for just so much, family. Just extremely, extremely grateful for everything, fam. So grateful for you, Brianna. I see you, sis. My brother Santos was good. I see you in here. KD, J Miles. I see some of you guys. Killer Curls was goody. All right, fam. So let's get today's call started. Now that we've expressed some gratitude, my brother Francis, I see you, Alex. Man, the whole squad showing love. I love it, Alex, Miranda, Crafty. Love to see it, fam. So it feels good when you see the squad, when you see your team on the calls, learning as well, just as much. So today we're gonna go over sleep. Okay, I want to go over sleep today because we didn't get a chance to go over it yesterday because I was flying over here. So I wanted to go over the topic sleep. Now, I know that you guys don't really understand this because, to be honest, I didn't even understand it, and still to an extent, I still could. And if I'm being honest with you guys, I would say, like I always teach you guys, to know and to not do is to not know at all. And if I'm honest with you guys, one of the things that I struggled with, and one of the things that I am working on right now is my night routine. I've developed the habit of just falling asleep, and I've forgotten to do my night routine. So that's why now I'm getting back into it these next 6 months, because what I realized that my first 6 months, I wasn't on point with the night routine like I used to be. So it was like one of those habits that, I would do consistently, but then what happens is when you stop doing it and you fall into other habits, you obviously lose it. It's like anything else in life. Whatever you stop using, you lose. So, in this book right here, he talks about sleep. Now, this is probably a chapter that we're going to have to run through a little bit faster, because if not, we're going to be on it all day. We'll be on this chapter for 3 days because this chapter is actually the longest one of them all, but it's probably the most powerful one of them all, right? So I want you guys to really listen. I'm going to break down a lot of things as I go. Have your highlighter with you as well. But today we're going to be talking about sleep, okay, and the secret behind sleep. Because remember, I want you guys to remember this. We spend 1/3 of our lives sleeping, okay? We spend 1/3 of our life sleeping, all right? So just to put it in perspective for you, right? If out of 100% of our lives, we spend more than 30% of our lives in sleep. I need you to understand that. Okay, more than 30% of our lives are really done sleeping. So in reality, we only really live 60 to 70% of our lives awake. So if there's going to be 30+% of our lives, dedicated to sleep, we need to know how to leverage that sleep, because what we do while we sleep will determine what we live in reality when we're awake. And this is important. So I want you guys to write that down. All right. That's a very important fact to write down. We spend 1/3 of our lives sleeping, which means we spend anywhere from 30 to 35% of our lives in sleep, unconscious. Okay. And if you really sit down and think about it, that only gives us 70 to 65% of our time on earth awake. So what we want to do is we want to learn how to leverage sleep so that way sleep can help us create a better life for us when we're awake. And that's key. Okay. So let's go right into the book. We're on chapter 2, sleep. Okay. So sleep, and like he just said, I forgot that he says that it's in his book. Sleep, the life that occupies 1/3 of our stay on earth. It is the natural door into the subconscious. Now, let's see who's been paying attention. Is the subconscious the male or the female? Type it in the chat box. Is the subconscious the male or the female? Okay, good. You guys are paying attention. Good, good, good. I love that you guys pay attention. All right, so it is the female. So remember that, because the female is the one that creates the female. What does the female do? Does it impress or express? Does the female impress or express? Let's see, who knows? I'm gonna have to start quizzing you guys. We're gonna have to send out mornings with Nano quizzes. Yes, it expresses. It expresses whatever is impressed by the conscious mind. So the conscious mind impresses, the subconscious mind expresses. All right, so let's continue. So the life that occupies 1/3 of our stay on earth is the natural door into the subconscious. So it is with sleep that we are now concerned. The conscious 2/3 of our life on earth is measured by the degree of attention we give sleep. I want you guys to really highlight that. The conscious 2/3 of our life is measured by, the conscious 2/3 of our life on earth is measured by the degree of attention we give sleep. That was kind of like a little smack in the face for me right there. Because the conscious 2/3 of our life on earth is measured by the degree of attention we give sleep. Our understanding of and the light in what sleep has to bestow will cause us night after night to set out for it as though we were keeping an appointment with a lover. In a dream, a vision, in a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and slumbering upon the bed, then he opened the ears of men and sealeth their instruction. That is Job 33. I think that's a Bible verse, if I'm not mistaken. It is in sleep and in prayer, a state akin to sleep, that man enters the subconscious mind to make his impressions and receive his instructions. In these states, the conscious and the subconscious are creatively joined. The male and female become one flesh. Sleep is the time when the male or conscious mind turns from the world of sense to seek its lover or subconscious self. The subconscious, unlike the woman of the world who marries her husband to change him, has no desire to change the conscious walking state, but loves it as it is and faithfully reproduces its likeliness in the outer world of form. So that is important that we understand. So what he's basically breaking down to us is that, the subconscious is not like, a woman in real life, right? A woman in real life, they want to change you. They want to help you improve. They want to help you become better, right? The subconscious mind is not like that. The subconscious mind accepts you for what you are, exactly what you are, and it's going to reproduce whatever it is that you give it. So I think it's important that you guys understand that. All right. Whatever you give to your conscious mind at night, your conscious mind comes together with your subconscious mind and they create. They go and create. That's why it's important that we understand this, okay? Because even if we don't think that our conscious mind is giving kind of like certain sauce or, certain information, it's giving everything to your subconscious. That's why, exactly, Natalie, you got to be very careful with what you feed your mind, because at night they're creating. At night they're going to be creating, and you got to be listening to that. So let's continue so we can continue and get really into it, right? As in heaven, so on earth. As in the subconscious, so on earth. Whatever you have in consciousness as you go to sleep is the measure of your expression in the walking 2/3 of your life on earth. Nothing stops you from realizing your objective. Nothing stops you from realizing your objective, save your failure to feel that you are already that which you wish to be, or that you already are in possession of the thing you sought. Your subconscious gives form to your desires only when you feel your wish fulfilled. Oh, I skipped a paragraph. You're right, I did. Let me go back to that. My bad. You know what? I had that one highlighted and I didn't even think. Let me read that paragraph before that on page 14, which is right in the middle. The conditions and events of your life are your children formed from the molds of your subconscious mind, of your subconscious impressions in sleep. They are made in the image and likeness of your innermost feelings that they may reveal to yourself. Yes, that's sauce. Thank you for reminding me that I missed that. I didn't mean to miss that actually at all. But look at what it said though. It said the conditions and events of your life. The conditions and events of your life right now are your children formed from the molds of your subconscious impressions in sleep. So whatever current condition you are currently in, whether good or bad, these are the kids of the impressions that you've been giving to your subconscious mind. Because like Jimena said in the chat, the subconscious mind never sleeps. It doesn't sleep, fam. And this is important that all of us understand, right? They are made in the image and likeness of your innermost feelings, and in the innermost feeling that they may reveal to you and yourself, right? So if you sit down and you think about it, look at the current situations that are in your life. Like as I'm reading this, I'm thinking about my situations, right? And I have great ones, but I also have ones that are challenging too as well. So I'm looking at the situations in my life right now, and I'm like, okay, these are the kids, right? These are the children formed from the molds of my subconscious impressions in sleep. So yes, I have a lot of amazing things. Yes, I do have a lot of amazing things, but then there's also things that I've attracted into my life that I'm questioning, because I'm wondering, and I'm sitting down here, when did I impress those ideas on my mind? Why did I have those feelings? Why am I having creations of those feelings now in the 2/3 when I'm awake? Like, these are things that you got to ask yourself, right? Because when I first read this book, remember guys, I first read this book in 2019. In 2019, I was living with my parents. I wasn't living in Miami, right? I wasn't traveling the world. I was barely making $2,000 a month. I was really broke at that time, if I'm being 100% honest with you. And I had just started my personal development journey. I really started my personal development journey in 2019. Like, that's when I really started taking it serious. So when I read this for the first time, my life was in shambles. Like, I was, like I said, gas price, like literally my bank account looked like gas prices, living check to check, struggling, leaders in and out of my business. I couldn't figure things out. I was in a very weird place when I first read this. So when I was reading this book was like smack in the face after smack in the face after smack in the face, smack in the face after smack in the face, because it was like, wow, it's starting to make sense now. It started all to make sense, because I'm like, now it makes sense why, okay, I'm here, why I'm in this position that I'm in, why I don't have the things that I currently want yet, right? And I started to realize that everything that was happening in my life was all a reflection of what I had been impressing in my conscious mind, that then my subconscious mind was expressing. So then I knew that I had to change the way I was thinking. That's why I say that back then, I used to actually grind a little bit harder in a sense than now. And I wouldn't say grind a little bit harder in terms of like grind towards the business, but I used to grind a lot harder towards myself, right? Like, bro, when I tell you guys that, bro, I was reading a book a week. I was listening to, like, music did not exist to me. Music did not exist. Like for a while, for that whole summer, music was like I would like cringe when I hear music. I don't want to hear music right now because all I wanted to do was impress my conscious mind with all the information that it needed to change my way of thinking because I started to understand this information. So I became so passionate about, changing my ways because I'm like, man, bro, I need to change the ideas that are being impressed into my conscious mind because whatever I put into my conscious is going to go into my subconscious and then my subconscious is going to create. So what I started to do was I started to read, journal, meditate. I started to do so much audios after audios. Like, bro, I could have been chilling, just doing some work, and an audio was always playing. When I would shower, audio. You see how we like to listen to music while we're in the shower? No, audios, only audios. When I was in the gym, you see how a lot of people are like, nah, bro, I can't work out while listening to Jim Rohn. Guess what? I taught myself how to work out while listening to personal development. I would do everything, any train ride, any car ride, any Uber. Dude, I walked around. I bought a mini book, right? I bought a mini book. It was it's called a pocket book. I remember the exact name of the book. The name of the book is called Acres of Diamonds, right? And I would take that book with me in my pocket because there were times that I didn't have headphones or something. So guess what I would do? I would listen to I would read my little book. Bro, I was literally eating, sleeping. My parents thought I was crazy. I would go to the dinner table, and because, in my house, when you go to the dinner table, they're in there and the news is on and, they're talking about their negativity and how the bills haven't been paid. So I would go to dinner with a headphone in my ear, listening to personal development. Like I became so involved. I literally became obsessed with the idea of changing the thoughts, right, that were being impressed into my subconscious mind. I said, I have to change it. I gotta change it. I gotta change it. I gotta change it because I wanted to change my situation, not only for me, but for my parents that were sitting down right there. I would look at them and I would be like, look at what's being impressed into their mind. News, negativity, wars, pandemic, this, that, killings. From the moment they wake up. I don't know if your parents are the same way, but my parents, the moment they wake up, they turn on the news. I wake up at 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning to go to the gym. My parents are up. Guess what's on? The news are on. And at the end of the day, first things first. All day. Despierta America, the whole nine. Yeah, you guys already know how it works. You guys already know how it works. Bro, yesterday when I left, so I had to be up super early to fly to my flight because I had a 7 a.m. flight. So I had to be at the airport by 6, which meant I had to be up by 5 and drive. I woke up and my mom, as I'm walking out the door, is telling me, yo, they killed so many people in the Bronx. Like that's the first thing she told me when I woke up that day. Yo, they killed so-and-so. That's the first thing that was impressed into their mind from the moment they woke up. So I knew that I had to change my ways because think about this now. I want you guys to think, and remember, it's not their fault. It's not their fault. I love my mom more than anything in the world. More than anything in the world. I could sit and have a beer with my mom all day, every day. She is the best person in the world. But she only knows as much as she knows. Think about that. They don't know what they don't know. So I don't care how many times I've told them not to do it. They've been doing it for 30, 40 years. This is something that's been passed down to them from their parents down to their parents. So think about that. Their paradigm becomes our paradigm. A lot of their limiting beliefs become our limiting beliefs. A lot of our fears came from them. A lot of our doubts come from them. A lot of the insecurities were also all passed down. So you got to take that into consideration and know that you're not only working for the years that you've been alive, you're working for all the years that your mom and your mom's mom. That's what I'm telling you guys. That's what I say to people. I'm like, bro, I'm reprogramming not just my years, I'm reprogramming my mom's years and her mom's years and years and years and years to come. We are reprogrammed hundreds. Remember, we are breaking generational curses. Why do you think not everybody could do this? You think that this is easy? You think to break a generational curse is easy? If it was easy, everybody would have been breaking generational curses. Woof. Everybody would have been millionaires if it was easy to break generational curses. The thing is that people have it all confused. This is the problem. Let me tell you what the problem is with most people. People join this business and they think that this is about making a few $100 and a few $1,000. That's the biggest problem that everybody has. People join this business to make money. That's the biggest problem right there. And I'm sorry I got to say it right now. People join this business to make money. And in reality, if you want to make the money, you got to learn how to break generational curses first. Like, guys, look, I'll be honest with you guys. I've made an incredible amount of money, multiple six figures. But that's still not enough to break the generational curses in my family. You see how crazy that is? I've been doing this for 3-4 years, and I still haven't made enough to break the generational curses in my family. Think about that. Think about that. That's not enough. People think, bro, you know how much you need to say that you're solid here in the States? In the United States, for you to say that you are wealthy, you are rich, for you to say that you are good, you need at least $10 million. At least 10 M's. $1 million is nothing. $1 million is nothing. $1 million is not a lot of money. It's not a lot of money, fam. You need at least 10 million. Think about that. And obviously it depends where you live, but where I want to live, which is Miami, New York, and California, and all of these places, I'm going to need multiple M's. $1 million won't be able to, with $1 million, I wouldn't be able to provide for my family in the way that we want to. For real, for real. This is why I need you guys to really get what I'm talking about right now. Sorry I went on a little rant, but I need you guys to take this serious, fam. Very, very, very serious. This is what it took for me to get to this level. Now I'm telling you, now I can't even tell you what it's taken me to get to the next level. I can only show you to get as far as I've gotten, which is anywhere from $30,000 to $50,000 a month. That's my area of expertise. That's my level of expertise. Okay. I want you guys to be very, very aware of this stuff. Okay. So just to reread, and we're going to read right through this. Listen to this. The conditions and events of your life are your children formed from the modes of your subconscious impressions in sleep. They are made in the image and likeness of your innermost feelings. Your innermost, listen, your innermost feelings that they may reveal to you and yourself. As in heaven, so on earth. As in the subconscious, so on earth. Whatever you have in your consciousness as you go to sleep is the measure of your expression in the walking 2/3 of your life. on earth. Nothing stops you from realizing your objectives. Save your failure to feel that you are already that which you wish to be, or that which you are already in possession of the thing sought. Your subconscious gives form to your desires only when you feel your wish fulfilled. So your subconscious only gives form to your desires only when you feel your wish fulfilled. That's why in the book, The Power of Awareness, what does it say? Live in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Because the only way, you got to think about it like this. Think about you painting a picture, right? The only time that the brush is actually moving is when you are in the feeling of. You hear that again? Imagine this. Imagine that you are the one painting the picture. You are the one that's making this incredible picture, which is your desire. The picture that you're painting is your desire. What do you desire? What do you want? Right? The only time, okay, that your hand or that you are actually painting the picture is when you are in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. That's the only time your hand moves. So if your hand is not moving, nothing is being created. The only time that your hand is moving, okay, is when you're in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. And the thing about this is that you can paint what you want, but you can also paint what you don't want. That's how it works. Our lives is us painting the picture that we want. Remember, we create our own reality. We create our own lives. Put a 3 in the chat box if that analogy makes sense. Right? We are the ones with the brush in our hand. We create the life that we want. And the only time that that brush is working is when we what? When we are in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. That's why I tell people, get in that feeling. How does it feel? Feel grateful, feel good, feel amazing, feel blessed. What are the feelings you're going to have when you get to where you want to go to? Live off of those feelings. Anything else outside of those feelings are no bueno. Anything else outside of those feelings are no bueno. Let's continue. The unconsciousness of sleep is the normal state of the subconscious, because all things come from within yourself, and your conception of yourself determines that which comes. You should always feel the wish fulfilled before you drop off to sleep. You never draw out of the deep of yourself that which you want. You always draw that which you are. And you are that which you feel yourself to be, as well as that which you feel as true of others. That paragraph is so powerful. It has a lot to do with self-image. Listen to this one more time right there, that last little paragraph right there. He said, you never draw out of the deep of yourself that which you want. You always draw that which you are. And you are that which you feel yourself to be, as well as that which you feel as true as others. So what is he saying? He's saying you'll never get, right, when you go into your subconscious, when you go to sleep, okay, your subconscious is not going to create what you want. It's going to create that which you are. Understand that? Right? He says you never draw out of the deep of yourself that which you want. You always draw that which you are. And you are that which you feel yourself to be. That's why staying consistent is so key. Having discipline is so key. Being impeccable with your word. Having a relationship with God. All of these things are so important, because at the end of the day, you're going to get what you are. What you are is what makes you deserving. That's why when you lack, that's why when people don't jump on calls, I'm like, bro, you're never going to get what you want being that kind of person. I have people personally that tell me, yeah, bro, I'll be on every call. And then the next call comes and they're not on the call. And it's like just that, they don't understand that just that one characteristic right there is what's holding them back. The fact that they can't be impeccable with their word, the fact that they are not disciplined is probably the main thing that's holding them back. Something so simple. The simplest things in the world are the things that hold people back. People think that is the tough things that are holding them back. People think that is the big things. No, bro, it's the small things. It's the small things. The littlest things are the things that hold you back. It's the things that you least expected. You not doing your morning routine consistently is probably the reason why you haven't gotten what you wanted yet. You not stepping out your comfort zone and posting on Instagram and on social media is probably what's holding you back. You lacking discipline on going to the gym is probably what's holding you back, right? It's sometimes the areas in your life that you least pay attention to, that you've been slacking on, that are the ones that are holding you back. Because remember, you get not what you want, you get what you are. And you got to think about what you're asking for. The thing that you're asking for requires discipline, requires consistency, requires being impeccable with your word. So if you are not that which you want to be, you'll never get it because it's a mixed signal. For example, let me give you an example so it can make more sense. Nano wants 7 figures. Okay. As a 7-figure earner, I have to be extremely responsible. I got to know how to solve problems. I have to be extremely disciplined. I have to be a certain kind of person in order for me to deserve the 7 figures. Any time that I don't align with those qualities or those principles, I'm off. I'm not in alignment, right? In order for me to be a millionaire, I need to be disciplined, right? That's one thing. The day I'm not disciplined, I'm not in alignment. I'm right here, right? In order for me to be a millionaire, I need to be consistent. The moment I'm not consistent, I'm not in alignment. A millionaire is impeccable with his word. The moment I'm not impeccable with my word, I'm not in alignment. The only time that you're going to get it is when you are consistently there. Boom, hitting, discipline, consistency, impeccability with his word. Boom, 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 boom. Every time. And you do that enough, you align enough, and then you get it. But this doesn't hit. You're not going nowhere like this. You're not going nowhere like that. Doesn't matter how many times you do it. I need you to understand this is so important. So you're always going to get that which you are. To be realized, then the wish must be resolved into the feeling of being or having or witnessing the state sought. This is accomplished by assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled. You got to live in that feeling, fam. You got to live in that feeling every day, every day. The feeling which comes in response to the question, how would I feel were my wish realized, is the feeling which you should monopolize and immobilize your attention as you relax into sleep. You must be in the consciousness of being or having that which you want to be or to have before you drop off to sleep. So before you go to sleep, you shouldn't be on Instagram. You shouldn't be on Twitter. You shouldn't be on TikTok. You shouldn't be watching YouTube videos. Before you go to sleep, what you need to be focused on, how am I going to feel had my wish been fulfilled? Okay? You have to really sit there and be like, man, right before you go to sleep, it could be the 5 minutes right before you go to sleep. How am I going to feel when I accomplish? How am I going to feel if the feeling of the wish fulfilled has happened for me right now? What is that feeling? Feel it before you go to sleep. Feel it going down your body. Feel the feelings of happiness. Feel the feelings of joy, of gratitude. How am I going to feel had my wish been fulfilled? You got to think about it. What is the wish that you want? What do you want? If you want to retire your mom and dad, for example, how is it going to feel when you retire your mom and dad? What are those feelings? Feelings of happiness, right? Feelings of gratitude, feelings of joy, feelings of high vibrations. Think about it, guys. We can create those feelings just by thinking about it. Like just thinking about the feeling of me retiring my family, I can create that right now. They might not be as, how do I say it? They may not be as, there's a specific word I'm looking for. They may not be as heightened as when you experience it, okay? But you can still create them right now. Like if you sit there and you think about it enough, like, yo, how am I going to feel when I retire my mom and dad? You can create that feeling right now, right? Like I said, they might not be as potent or as heightened as when you really experience it, as intense. That's the word I was looking for. They might not be as intense as when you actually experience it in the real, but you can experience them still. And remember, whatever feelings you feel right before you go to sleep is what your subconscious is going to create when you're sleeping. Okay, now let's continue here. Once asleep, man has no freedom of choice. His entire slumber is dominated by his last waking concept of self. Okay, this is important. Almost done. Right? Once asleep, man has no freedom of choice. His entire slumber is dominated by his last waking concept of self. So whatever you told yourself or whatever concept you had of yourself before you fell to sleep is what's going to be created. You have no choice. That's the thing. That's the messed up part. It follows, therefore, that he should always assume the feeling of accomplishment and satisfaction before he retires in sleep. Come before me with singing and thanksgiving. Enter into his gates with thanksgiving and into his courts with praise. Your mood prior to sleep defines your state of consciousness as you enter into the presence of your everlasting lover, the subconscious. She sees you exactly as you feel yourself to be. Okay? That's a very important paragraph to highlight right there. She sees you exactly as you feel yourself to be. Remember, once asleep, we have no freedom of choice. If we fell asleep mad, you fell asleep mad. You fell asleep sad. You fell asleep depressed. You fell asleep not feeling good. You have no freedom of choice. That's it. Your entire slumber is dominated by your last waking concept of self. Okay? If, as you prepare for sleep, you assume and maintain the consciousness of success by feeling, I am successful, you must be successful. Lie flat on your back with your head on a level with your body. Feel as you were in possession of your wish and quietly relax into unconsciousness. So think about that. All you have to do is right before you fall asleep, lay your head back. All right. And as you're closing your eyes and as you're feeling yourself, just guys, this is something so simple. You don't have to change anything that you're doing. All you have to do is fall asleep and allow your mind and everything else to feel exactly what it's going to feel like when the wish is fulfilled. Okay. He that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Nevertheless, he giveth his beloved sleep, is a quote that they had there, right? The subconscious never sleeps. Sleep is the door through which the conscious waking mind passes to be creatively joined to the subconscious. Sleep conceals the creative act while the objective world reveals it. Wow. That's a nice little nugget right there. Sleep conceals the creative act, while the objective world creates it. Remember, reveals it actually. The objective world is this world, the one that we see right now. This is the objective world. This one right here, the objects that we see, this is the objective world that we are in right now. So sleep conceals the creative act. So while we're in sleep, okay, this conceals the creative act while the objective world reveals it. All right. In sleep, man impresses the subconscious with his conception of self. Right? Why you think that I'm glad that Melissa put this in the chat. Why you think I told you guys that Bob Proctor reads chapter, if I'm not mistaken, 12 in The Power of Awareness so many times, which is what? Subjective control. Because subjective control is the key, right? Your objective is created by what you subjectively impress into your mind. What more beautiful description of this romance of the conscious and the subconscious is there that told in the Song of Solomon? By night on my bed, I sought him whom my soul loveth. I found him whom my soul loveth. I held him and I not let him go until I had brought him into my mother's house and into the chamber of her that conceived me. So think about that. There's a Song of Solomon out there where he basically explains this stuff, where he basically breaks down what we were just talking about. There are guys, remember, these are secrets that only those who are aware enough to understand them and, courageous enough to apply them are the ones that receive the benefits from it. Serious. Think about that. Think about, guys, this is all information that's out there, but who's aware of this information? I'm pretty sure, guys, do me a favor. Go on your Instagram, go on your stories, ask your friends, ask your family, ask your coworkers if they knew about this information. Ask them if they knew that while they were sleeping, the subconscious, family, look, people don't even know what conscious and subconscious is. That's how real this is. Some people don't even know what the subconscious mind is. There's some of you on this call, no disrespect, and you guys can, I'm sorry if I hurt your feeling, but some of you don't even know what your subconscious mind is on this call. And it's not to make you feel bad. It's just think about it. If you didn't know and you're on this call, think about people that are not even on this call. Some people don't even know what their subconscious mind is. They are not aware. Everybody around you does not know what this is. And don't feel bad if you don't know what the subconscious mind is, because it took me to read about it 100 times before I finally understood what it was. This is it right here. This is all the information you need to change your situation. I promise you that. So we're going to finish up on this page because I actually got to head out real quick with Matt. But preparing to sleep, you feel yourself into the state of the answered wish and then relax into unconsciousness. By night on your bed, you seek the feeling of the wish fulfilled, that you may take it with you into the chamber of her that conceived you, into sleep, or the subconscious which gave you form, that this wish may also be given expression. This is so powerful, bro. Listen to this again. Preparing to sleep, you feel yourself into the state of the answered wish and then relax into the unconsciousness. Okay? What does that mean? Right before you fall asleep, feel yourself in the feeling of that wish fulfilled, and then you will relax into unconsciousness, which means you relax into sleep. You realize your wish is he whom you seek, right? Who do you want to be? What do you want to accomplish? Do you want to become that 6-figure earner, that 7-figure earner? right? By night on your bed, you seek the feeling of the wish fulfilled, that you may take it with you into the chamber of her that conceived you, right? Who is he talking about right there? Who did he just talk about right there? He said, let's see if you guys really know. He said, by night on your bed, you seek the feeling of the wish fulfilled, that you may take it with you into the chamber of her that conceived you. What is he talking about right there? The chamber of her that conceived you. The subconscious. There you go. The subconscious is the female. Remember, and why is he saying he said, the chamber of her that conceived you? Because you were created by your subconscious mind. The womb. The womb. He that her that conceived you into the sleep of into sleep or that subconscious which gave you form, that this wish also may be given expression. Yes. All right. Last paragraph we'll read, and then I have to wrap it up. This is the way to discover and conduct your wishes into the subconscious. Feel yourself in the state of the realized wish and quietly drop off to sleep. Night after night, you should assume the feeling of being, having, and witnessing that which you seek to be and possess and see the manifested. Never go to sleep feeling discouraged or dissatisfied. Never sleep in the consciousness of failure. Your subconscious, whose natural state is sleep, see you as you believe yourself to be. And whether it be good, bad, or indifferent, the subconscious will faithfully embody your belief. As you feel, so do you impress her. And she, the perfect lover, gives form to these impressions and outpictures them as the children of her beloved. Man, this is information that when you think about it, you're like, wow, this is next level stuff. This is next level stuff right here. Never go to sleep feeling discouraged or dissatisfied. Never sleep in the consciousness of failure. Your subconscious, whose natural state is sleep, sees you as you believe yourself to be. And whether it be good, bad, or indifferent, the subconscious would faithfully embody your belief. As you feel, so do you impress her. And she, the perfect lover, gives form to these impressions and outpictures them as the children of her beloved. That's the sauce, fam. Queen Vima, you are absolutely right. Your night routine, at this point, if you really sit down and think about it, your night routine may be more important than your morning routine. And that's facts. That's why before bed, I'm reading The Power of Awareness. And I'm just going to read this book over and over and over again. Like over and over and over again. This is what we need to know right here. This is the sauce. This right here. This is the ultimate sauce. This is the ultimate information that we need right here. This is the information that KT talks about. This is what we need. I'm coming. So, family, I got to head out. I'm actually late. I was supposed to be done by 10, but I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Family, if you guys got value from this sleep chapter, put sleep in the chat box if you guys got value from this. let me put this right here so I know exactly where we are. So when we come back on Monday, I'm actually so happy we decided to do this because I needed a reminder of this. I needed a reminder of this. And if I were you, buy the book so you can have it and read with me next week and just stay with it. All right. So quick prayer and we go. All right. Quick prayer and we go. Quick prayer. Father God, thank you so much for blessing us with this beautiful Friday morning that we get a chance to learn, that we get a chance to become more aware of the information that you want us to become aware of. Today, we learned some pivotal information that I know that moving forward this summer, we're going to make sure that before we fall asleep, that we are in the feeling of that wish fulfilled. God, give us that clarity, give us that guidance, give us the wisdom that we need in order for us to have a clear picture of exactly what it is that we want. And we can eliminate any bad feelings of doubt, fears, insecurity, discouragedness, any feelings that don't align with our wishes, that don't align with our vision. Please eliminate those from our body and only allow the feelings of happiness, joy, peace, abundance, gratitude to be the ones that we feel before we fall asleep, Father. We love you so much. Thank you for always providing us with this information. Let's continue to grow. Let's continue to elevate. Let's continue to become the best version of ourselves. Let's continue to go out there and have a great rest of our weekend. We love you so much and we appreciate you so much. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. 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 All right, fam. So that right there wraps up today's call, guys. I love y'all so very much. I hope that you guys are really taking this information serious and don't take it for granted. This information is incredible, life-changing if you allow it to be life-changing. Okay, fam. So with that being said, that wraps up today's call. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't subscribed. Like this video if you haven't liked it yet. Show some love, leave a comment, leave a review. Follow me on Instagram at Long Live Nano. I only have one Instagram, so be careful of fake pages. I will never ask you for money, and I will never ever ask you how your trade is going. All right, fam. So I love y'all, appreciate y'all, and I'll see you guys on Monday. Gotta go, fam. Love y'all. Let's get it. Love you, fam. Thank you so much.